Good night, yeah, everyone doing tonight. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Amateur Spirit Divine. I'm going to give you the shot news on today. Um, with the, First, we have another hurricane. Julia is a category 1 hurricane. Now I see that we have another hurricane, and Julia is now a category 1 hurricane over Central America. So the storm is passing between St. Andrews in Providence Island and in moving west at 17 miles. So NHC said the Hurricane Julia is expected to strengthen slightly before striking the on the coast earlier. So along with hurricane force, winds, life threatening, rainfall of 6 to 10 inches of rain. So those rainfall amounts could lead to landsliding and flash flooding. So that's the news on a hurricane. We have a category 1, so we see the storms is still going strong. Now we have like 1 more month for storms, and so we see it still moving forward. So we're gonna talk about this missing boy that's 12 years old. New Orleans 12 years old boy reported missing. So New Orleans police are seeking public assistance. Locate this 12-year-old boy who had been reported as a runaway. So he did this before. Ran away before, but this time, he has not shown up yet. So according to the police, um, the last he was last seen was October the 6th of 22, by 6:30 p.m. So his name is Donna Austin. Austin was last seen wearing a white T-shirt, a gray shorts, and he had reported a runaway, from home in the past. So he had done this before, So now we see he missing, but he may be a runaway. So we're gonna be praying that he are still alive. That he did this before in the past, and showed up back home. So we're gonna pray that he comes right back home. Now I'm also a spiritual divine, missing unsolved missing divine. So I will also see where he at, if he's still alive, and see where he at, or something happened to him. I will look into it. you know. So we also have another missing person. She uh a missing Texas school teacher. She was walking on a constant street. So she have emerged a Texas school teacher who went missing in New Orleans since September the 22nd. This year. So her name is Michelle Reynolds. She was walking south on Constant Street towards Portrait Train. September 23rd about 4 o'clock p.m. So when you are walking, this is my advice to anyone. So I see a lot of people love to walk, you know, and we see that it is kind of dangerous, but a lot of you like to do exercise, you like to walk, So when you are walking, try to be careful. Always check your surroundings. You can feel the vibration. I don't know, I'm a spirit divine. I can always feel vibration. You can feel the vibration. There's someone behind you. And also, I have advice. Get your watch phone. Get your watch phone. So as somebody approach you in a way that they're not supposed to be that close to you, you can be dialing on that phone. You have your wrist, you can be dialing at the same time. You see what I'm saying? So at that time, the police can get your location of where you at. So I think that's a good idea to get a watch phone, while y'all walking. So when y'all walking, have a watch phone. Have your cell phone in your pocket. Have your watch phone on your own. You got to have all kind of protection, to be calling. Because if you try to call the police will automatically start having your location, and they'll be kind of have an idea of what to start looking at. So have your watch phone while y'all are walking, and be careful and watch your surroundings, because you can always feel the vibration in someone behind you. So we talk about we have a hurricane. It's a category 1 hurricane. So it's gonna have heavy rains. The storm is passing between St. Andrews and Providence Island. So the Hurricane Julia is expected to strengthen slightly before, coast early. Along with hurricane, it's gonna have light threatening rainfall. So you're gonna be doing a whole lot of rainfall, 6 to 10 inches of rain. So we also talk about the 12-year-old boy that are missing. So we don't know if he missing or he a runaway. So we gonna pray that he's still alive, that he will pop back up, because see, he did this in the past. I'm a spiritual divine, and I will also look and try to locate him and see where he at. You know, and also we look on this teacher here that was jogging. She was walking. And then haven't seen her since. You know, so and I will look into the two missing cases right here. I'm a Mrs. Divine, and I will look into it and report it right back to y'all. So that's all the show news I have for you on today, and I see y'all in the next video.